So with that brings us to our next mini discussion that we have about Fallout 76. So Fallout 76 has been having some trouble. Bethesda's been having some trouble.
That is an understatement.
Yeah, that is an understatement.
It is a hideous entity of what it used to be.
Yes. Yeah, so we've had first the game came out and it was buggy as hell, and we still enjoy it. I mean, I don't know if you still enjoy it, but I still like it.
I got off the train to do Battlefield and
I
did and Pokemon.
There's a lot of interesting stuff in there, but it is hard to be a fan of this game because of all the broken components to it.
Yes.
And to top it off,
I still recommended it for a lot of people. I was like, it's still fun. Like if you like
Fallout
I think you'll like this game.
You'll probably like it okay. But it doesn't
after
have
everything
NPCs.
that's happened, I don't know if I can recommend this game to anybody.
Yeah. So one of those things that's happened is there's this thing right here. If you're watching the video format, the Power Armor Edition that was announced early on, where if you purchase the Fallout 4 Power Armor Edition for $199, you get not only the game, the Tricentennial Edition of the game, you're going to get this Power Armor helmet. You would get a couple little toy figurine thingies. You get a map, and then you get
toy soldier.
Little toy soldiers, toy figurines. And then you also get a canvas bag that would hold this guy.
Yes.
So,
yes.
I didn't look too closely at that because I mainly bought it for this thing.
Right, yeah.
But
the same with me.
Yeah.
The same with a lot of people on YouTube.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay.
So the box came in, it was in the box, I unboxed it, I took it out, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then I pull out this like bag thing and I was like, what is this? Is like a junky piece of shit. Like what is this?
I quickly threw mine aside.
And then I opened it up too, and I was like, I don't even know how what you put into this. Because I couldn't envision the shape of how it worked, right? So I just threw it aside and didn't think anything of it. And then suddenly the controversy comes out, and that people are referencing back to the original promo imagery of this game, this edition being announced, and it actually literally mentioned it would come with a canvas bag.
Yes.
And this game came with a nylon bag, which is much cheaper material. Very flimsy, wrinkles easily. Not at all what you
said.
wanted.
It was an over glorified trash bag.
Over glorified trash bag. Yes.
I was like, that is perfect for this piece of shit.
So much so that I put it in the trash because I was like, there's no use for this. Literally no practical use for it.
No.
So a lot of people complained, and they submitted to Bethesda customer support and were like, hey, what the heck? I was supposed to get a canvas bag. I got a nylon bag.
Yep.
And then it's kind of blew up more in social media.
So the guy who actually did this, he's kind of got blown off by Bethesda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Originally. I don't know the exact thing that was said to him, but I was like, holy shit, you just said that to someone who spent $200
well, yeah, so what they told him was like, hey, we're sorry that you're upset with the quality of this, but we had to change last minute because of the cost of developing this bag, so we had to switch to nylon material instead.
Right.
So that is the reason for the switch. So he was like, wait a minute, so I paid you $200 to get a canvas bag, and instead you give me a nylon bag because of, I think it was material shortages or something of that nature. I'm like, there's no way.
That was the effect of what they said.
Yeah.
There was enough material to make your bag. And so at the last minute, before anyone could even know, because I didn't know, you're just gonna get this shitty bag. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost, it just can't happen.
For me, again, the main reason I bought it was for this thing, and fortunately, I bought it through Walmart, and I got a refund on it somehow. That was a glitch, and maybe it was because of this. I don't know what really happened.
You
but
got a refund, you got a price reduction.
Well, price reduction, but I got $80 back in my account, so I got an $80 refund.
That's pretty cool.
Or $80 back. So I ended up only paying $120 for the whole thing. So that was better, but still, the bag was a piece of crap, and that's not the right thing to do. The influencers and people that they want to talk about their game got a pretty good looking, high quality canvas bag, but people that paid Bethesda $200 got a $2 bag that you could probably buy online, probably $1. Yeah. Austin's upset. He's like, it's done. It's done.
And to make matters worse, they're like, we'll reconcile this. Just wait. For $5 extra on top of your $200 you spent, you can get 500 atoms in the Atom Store or the eShop on Fallout 76. That's not even worth enough to actually get the canvas bag inside of the game.
Yeah.
It blows my mind how fast Bethesda went from like one of the top people, on the mountain to absolute horseshit on the bottom. Yeah. I know I'm cussing a lot this podcast because I'm pretty upset. I was like, how did this snowball turn into a giant just mountain slide? Like, oh my, an avalanche has happened here and it is bad.
Yeah.
Even my dog is upset about it.
Yeah, your dog's like super upset over there. It's hilarious.
No, you can spend your whole lifetime making great things, but it takes that one mistake to fuck everything up. And this is bad. And on top of that, the FTC may get involved because because it was false advertisement.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell anybody, and no one could get a refund before the thing shipped. So it's like, you can't just do that to people. And to think that have the audacity to just be like, we're just going to switch this and it's going to be okay. Like, no, everyone, like, for them to be on such a high horse to think that this is okay. And maybe they didn't think it was okay.
No, I don't think it was even any of that. I think it was just complete disregard for the nature of the situation. I think for them, they were just like last minute, they were putting the production stuff together. They realized this is going to cost way more than we anticipated to make. So let's just downscale it.
That's fine.
And put it out. Nobody's going to worry about it. And then it blew up in their face.
Exactly. Well, still, like, to them to think that no one would worry about that, whatever their mindset was to not tell customers in general.
Yeah.
Is pretty bad. Yeah. And it's like, we've never seen this Bethesda. Like, what is this monster has become of Bethesda? Like, this is bad. And there's more.
Yeah.
Brett,
yeah.
What's the final nail in the coffin that should be?
So they also have, there's a law firm currently that's getting involved in potentially, they're taking all the cases in to potentially file a class action lawsuit against Bethesda due to their refund policy that they have. So those that might know this, having bought it digitally, you can't, especially if you're a PC player, you cannot buy this game anywhere but through Bethesda.net's store. And if you bought it on Steam, they have a really good refund policy where if you've played it for, I think it's like less than 2 or 3 hours or whatever, you can return it for like no questions asked.
Yeah, that's what I do with 2 hours max, and you can
you can return it. They have in the fine print of Bethesda's refund policy that if you buy if you open up the digital or the physical case, or if you buy it digitally, no questions whatsoever, you can't get a refund at all. Like, just by clicking that purchase button, there is no refund available for this game at all, period. So they said, be very careful about purchasing something from the Bethesda store. That's literally in the terms that they state it that way. And
I mean, what the hell?
So now this law firm from Washington, D.C. is investigating it because people are upset that they obviously got a full game full of technical problems that makes it almost unplayable. I don't necessarily think it's unplayable, but it's definitely a shoddy experience, and that option should be available for them to refund this particular game because it was such a disaster.
Even if their terms don't allow this, they should just be like No Man's Sky and be like, all right, we should probably offer some refunds right about now. You know what I mean? It just seems like Bethesda's on this high horse, like we can do no wrong no matter what we do. And it's like, come on, like, seriously? Like, you guys have done some bad stuff. Like, Fallout 76 has blown up in their face unlike any other. And I don't even think it's that bad of a game, but I mean, I do agree with all the flaws it has, and it's not a traditional Bethesda game. And yes, they're trying to milk us to some degree, but man, like, this is I don't know. This is enough for me to be like, I don't want to play Bethesda games anymore. Yeah. Like, how do we come back from this? This is like a bad relationship. Yeah. Abusive relationship. And we didn't even see it coming.
Yeah. Head on over to thegamer.net for our full podcast episode for our weekly game impressions and top headlines of the week.
That's one of me doing an interview. Here's one of all of us. We'll make some cool things.
Brett's also right here.
Like this video, subscribe, keep up with all the latest video game news and opinions that you care about right here on The Inner Gamer.